morning, boys and girls. Old Ron Hines coming back at you. Hey, it was 2 years ago today. We had a very sad event in this country and then here in Texas. There were 19 children and 2 adults killed at the Robb Elementary in Uvalde, Texas. All right, so Salvador Ramos, he was 18 years old. He had killed his grandmother, went down to the school, locked himself in, started killing children. And I guess another teacher. On the 2 adults, I know he killed his grandmother, so was that another adult there at school or what? Don't know. So anyway, since then, and our president, Biden, went on news that night. It was a Tuesday, and said something about it, and he created a gun violence prevention task force, and he put Vice President Kamala Harris in charge of it. And I'm just wondering if she's any more adept at doing this job than she is at protecting the border, because she was supposed to be our border czar, and she quite literally failed at that. So anyway, things that make you worry. Now, my children are raised and stuff like that, but I live in the Huntington Independent School District, and there's a sign up there that says our faculty and staff have guns to protect your children and themselves. So my thought here is, there's a big lawsuit, and I keep hearing about it, about the people suing the school district and suing the police officers because they didn't do the right thing. Well, this is one of those situations, and I'm sorry there was loss of life, but you got to remember, it was Salvador's fault, because he was the one doing the killing. Whatever mentally broke, he was the one who had the gun, who shot people. And what needed to happen was some of that faculty and staff needed to be armed and dangerous so that they can confront him and not have to depend on somebody to show up with a firearm. And then, were they kind of cowardly? Absolutely. I think any father and mother of a child, if they'd have had a firearm, they'd have run in there trying to take out the perpetrator. In fact, it's my understanding they kept, the law officials kept the parents out. Well, parents would have been better than the law at that point in time. And thank goodness, and I didn't do the study on it to see the man's name that actually took out the shooter, but he wasn't even a police officer. He was a Border Patrol agent. I do know that. So anyway, my thought being, and here's the premise. If you don't believe in having guns, that is your right. I do believe, and I have a Second Amendment to back it up, but even if I didn't have that, God gave me that right, because I worked and I have the means to purchase a firearm. So with that being said, I'd rather have my firearm on me and me defend my life than me have to dial 911 and call somebody with a firearm to show up to protect me. That 4 or 5 minutes could make a big difference. So when you see me in line at your local HEB or your Home Depot or wherever I'm shopping, McCoy's, it doesn't matter, Tractor Supply, I go there sometimes, Atwoods, you'll see me in there. But when you see me there, feel secure and know that you are safer, because I am there. You won't see my firearm or anything like that, but yes, I'll have one on me. But anyway, so just food for thought. It's a sad situation. I did want to talk about the Vice President, Kamala Harris, because she's over gun violence prevention, I think, was the protocol on that, and the name of what President Biden called that. But the responders did fail, and they failed miserably, but they were reacting to a situation that we shouldn't have had to call them other than come pick up this body. And you see this picture right here? Yep. Not the one behind me, but the one I just showed on this video. That's what my school district, where my taxes go, says. So that's the way it should be. Anyway, look, when you lift up your prayers to your Lord and Savior today, be sure to lift up this one great nation. I still got my flag upside down for distress. And this is part of it, our culture. We've gotten away from God, so people are running amok. You got people that are just stupid. I tell you what, I'd probably go to jail in today's economy and social situation, because if I was raising a child and a boy or girl come up to me and told me they was a cat, I'd treat them as such. They'd be outside on the porch, and they'd be eating cat food. Take about an hour, or maybe it takes 12 hours. When they got hungry enough, they'd want to come back and be a human and sit at my table. That's all I'm saying. A lot of ways to fix something, but this currying down and just being a wimp and catering to mental illness is not the way to fix it. I don't know what happened with this Salvador Ramos guy that was only 18. One, he was transitioning from a boy to a man. I don't know. He may have been on drugs. I never heard the autopsy report. But there are so many things in this once great nation that breaks my heart. Anyway, I'm through ranting today. Be sure to subscribe, like, and hit the bell. Don't forget to pray for this once great nation. If you're going to do something, go do it to the best of your ability. I'm going to do that. Anyway, God bless y'all. We'll talk soon. Bye.